Okay, this video is going to finish up section 1.5 on subtracting real numbers. So we're going to use these first four problems as a quick review. So pause the video, do those first four, and then come back and check your answers. Okay, there are your answers for problems 1 through 4. All right, in these next few problems here, we are going to be using order of operations. So problem number 5, I'm going to start by doing what is inside my parentheses. So I'm going to bring down the 4, bring down the minus sign, and what's inside my parentheses is 3 minus 9. Now I can change that to plus a negative 9. So I have 3 plus negative 9, which is negative 6. So now I have 4 minus negative 6. Remember, subtracting is the same thing as adding the opposite. So subtracting a negative is the same thing as adding a positive, and that will give me 10 for my answer. Problem number 6, I have 4 minus 3 minus 9. Remember, when you have subtraction, you're going to do it from left to right. So I'm going to do the 4 minus 3, and then I get 1. So now I have 1 minus 9, and that is going to give me negative 8 for an answer. Problem number 7, again, I have to do addition and subtraction from left to right. So the first thing I'm going to do is this 8 minus negative 9. Well, minus a negative is the same thing as plus a positive. So I have 8 and 9, which is 17. So I have 17 minus 10 plus 4. And it's very tempting to want to come over here and add the 10 and 4 first. But remember that we have to do this from left to right. So I have to do 17 minus 10 first and get 7, and then I have 7 plus 4, which is 11. Problem number 8, I'm going to bring down this negative 12, bring down the subtraction sign, and then do what's inside these brackets. Using my order of operations, I bring down the 3 and the minus sign. I add 4 plus 1, which is 5. Now inside these brackets, I'm going to have 3 minus 5, which is negative 2. So now I have negative 12 minus negative 2. Again, subtracting is the same thing as adding the opposite. So negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. Problem number 9, again, I'm going to follow my order of operations. I'm going to bring down the negative 5 and the subtraction sign, and then do what is inside these brackets. And within the brackets, I'm following my order of operations, so I have to do what's inside the parentheses first. So I have 2 minus 6 is negative 4. So now inside my brackets, I have negative 3 minus negative 4. Remember, subtracting is the same thing as adding the opposite. So subtracting a negative 4 is the same thing as adding a positive 4. So inside these brackets, when I simplify this negative 3 plus 4, I get positive 1. So negative 5 minus 1, I can write as negative 5 plus negative 1, and that's going to give me negative 6. Problem number 10, again, I'm going to do what's inside these brackets first, and within the brackets, I'm going to do what's inside the parentheses. So I'm going to bring down my negative 12 and bring down the subtraction sign. And within my brackets here, I'm going to do what's in this first set of parentheses, the 2 minus 6, which will give me negative 4. Then I've got this subtraction sign that I'm going to bring down. And then in the second set of parentheses, I have negative 2 minus 7. That's the same thing as plus a negative 7. So this is going to give me negative 9. So now within these brackets, I have negative 4 minus negative 9. Minus a negative is the same thing as plus a positive. So with inside the brackets, I'm going to have 5. So now I have negative 12 minus 5, which I can write as negative 12 plus negative 5. Again, subtraction is the same thing as adding the opposite. So now I have negative 12 plus negative 5, which is negative 17. In the last problem, the temperature was 14 degrees and it dropped 20 degrees. What is the current temperature? So it was 14 and it dropped 20. That's the same thing as adding a negative, so I end up with 6 degrees below zero, or -6.